kids. Good morning everyone. So kids, today we are going to learn science and this is of class 3rd. Okay. And our topic is soil, but in this class we will do the exercises of this chapter soil. Okay. We have already completed the chapter. I have explained you the chapter. Yes. And you know how soil is formed. What are the different types of soil? How is soil useful to us? You have studied before in the last class. So students, today we will do the question and answers and exercises of this chapter. Okay? The question and answers and the exercise that you have in your book, I will start with it. And students, before moving towards the exercises, I will do a revision. Okay, so that it will be helpful for you to understand. Okay, so let us revise the chapter once again and then begin with the question and answers and the exercises. So students, let us revise the chapter once again. We will revise again the different types of soil. Okay, what are the different types of soil? Then what does soil contains? Okay, what were the uses of soil? Then how was soil formed? Yes or no? We studied about the different uses of soil. Then how was soil formed? Then students, I also gave you the vocabulary. Yes or no? The words and the meanings of some word related with the chapter, like weathering. What was weathering? Weathering was the breaking down of rocks into small particles by the natural phenomena. Yes or no? What was weathering? Weathering was the breaking down of the rocks that formed the soil. But these rocks were broken by the natural phenomenon. Okay, and what were the natural phenomena? Like rain, wind, sunlight. Yes or no? These were the natural phenomenon by which these big huge rocks were broken down into small particles and which formed the soil. Okay, then remains. What was the meaning of remain? The small parts of dead plants and animals. Okay, remains means the left out part of dead plants and animals that got mixed with the soil to make the soil fertile. Okay, then nutrients. Yes or no? You know the meaning of nutrients? What is nutrients? Nutrients are the essential materials that is present in the soil which helps the plants to grow. What are nutrients? Nutrients are the essential materials that is present in the soil which helps the plants to grow well. Okay. Then what is the meaning of fertile? Fertile means a soil is said to be fertile when the plants grow well. And what makes the soil fertile? The dead remains of plants and animals that get mixed up with the soil. Okay, that makes the soil fertile. Understood? Then what was humus? What is the meaning of humus? Humus was the dead remains of plants and animals. The plants and animals that were dead. Okay, and the remaining parts of the dead plants and animals is known as humus. Okay, then manure. What is manure? Manure is a kind of medicine, insecticides or pesticides that is given to the soil, animals' waste that are mixed with the soil that helps the plants to grow well. That is manure. It is the waste material of the animals. Okay, like cow dung. Yes or no? The cow dung we add with soil and it becomes manure. The plants that grows well in the soil. If we give manure in the soil, it helps the plants to grow well. Understood? So these were some points I explained to you in the last class. Then what is soil? How can you define a soil? Soil can be defined as the top Okay, soil is the topmost layer of the earth where plants grow. Understood? Then what are the different types of soil? Depending upon the size, feel and color. Okay, there is also size of the soil. Okay, then you can feel whether it is smooth or whether it is rough, or whether it is stony or something like that. Okay, you can differentiate the soil. Understood? So there are three types of soil mainly, like gravel, sandy and clayey soil. Okay, gravel, it consists of tiny stones and does not hold water. The gravel soil consists of tiny stones, and this soil does not hold water. Okay, the gravel soil cannot hold water. Then comes the sandy soil. It is light and dry. This soil is light and dry. Water passes easily through these particles in this soil. Okay, the water passes easily through this soil. Okay, and the soil is little bit rough because it contains what? It contains stones. That is why it is rough in nature. Okay, then clayey soil. Clayey soil are extremely fine. That means they are very smooth. They are not rough because it does not contain so much of stones and pebbles. Okay, and water does not flow easily through this soil. That means it can hold the water. Understood? The clayey soil can hold the water. Understood? Then how is soil formed? What is the reason behind the formation of the soil? Soil is formed by the breaking down of rocks. How is soil formed? It is formed by the breaking down of rocks. Huge mountains. The rocks of the mountains are broken down due to the natural phenomenon like the sun's heat, the rain, the wind that blows. These natural phenomenon helps in the breaking down of the rocks, which later on forms the soil. Understood? When the rocks break down, it forms soil. Okay. Soil formation starts with the weathering of rocks. I have already explained you the term weathering. Weathering means breaking down of the rocks into small particles with the natural phenomenon like the sun's heat, the rain, the wind. Okay. And this soil is not formed in a day. It takes many years to form a small amount of soil. It takes thousands of years to form a small amount of small amount of soil. Understood? Then dead and decayed plants and animals also play a very important role in the formation of soil. The plants and animals that are dead, they get decomposed with the soil. Later on it mixes up with the soil to form soil only. Okay, the dead plants and animals, that are dead, they go through the process of decomposition. That means they decompose themselves with the soil and later on they get mixed up with the soil. Okay, and the soil is formed. Understood? How is soil formed? Soil is formed by the breaking down of rock particles and the remains of dead plants and animals. The plants and animals that are dead. Okay. The remaining of the dead plants and animals mix up with the soil by the process of decomposition. Okay. And these soil are not formed in a day. It takes thousands and thousands of years to form a small amount of soil. Understood? Then what does soil contains? Soil contains humus, sand, clay and pebbles. What does soil contains? It contains humus, soil, clay and pebbles. Then what is humus? Humus is made up of the remains of dead plants and animals. Okay. Humus is made by the remains of dead plants and animals. And humus holds the water that provide nutrients for the plants. The humus, if there is humus in the soil, it holds the water that is essential for the plants to grow, because to grow plants need water and minerals. Yes or no? The nutrients, the water and minerals they need. And what holds the water in the soil? The humus. Understood? Humus is the remain of dead plants and animals. It is made from the dead plants and animals. And these humus holds the water and minerals, the essential nutrients in the soil that is required by the plants to grow. Okay. Then humus makes the soil very fertile. Humus makes the soil very fertile. And humus is usually dark brown or black in color. Okay, the color of the humus soil is usually dark brown or black in color. Understood? Then it consists of clay. Yes or no? The soil contains clay also. Clay consists of very fine pieces of rocks. Okay, the clay soil contains very fine pieces of rocks. That means these clay soil are not so rough. They are very smooth. When we touch, we can feel that this clay soil is very smooth. It is not rough. And sand is the grainy part and consists of bigger particles of the rocks. The sand, that is the soil that consists sand. This sand is the grainy part. Okay, and consists of bigger particles of rocks. Okay. Then pebbles. Pebbles are small and smooth stones. In the soil you find some stones or not? Those are the small stones are called as pebbles. Okay, those are smooth. Smooth stones are called as pebbles. Understood? Then what does soil contains more? Soil contains water. Okay. Our soil contains water. And how can you prove that the soil contains water? I explained to you an example that the soil contains water. How? When you heat some garden soil into a container, when you take some garden soil into a container and when you heat it, covering with a lid, what will you notice? You will notice that there are drops of water on the lid. When you open the lid and when you see, you can see the tiny drops of water that is heated up. Yes or no? This shows that the soil contains water. The water in the soil forms vapor when it is heated. Okay, when the soil that you heat, it forms vapor. And how is vapor formed? Vapor is only formed when the soil contains water. Okay, then this vapor touches the lid because they cannot escape out. Yes or no? Because it is covered by the lid, so the vapor cannot escape out. So this is how you can come to know that the soil contains water. Okay, this was the experiment I explained you. Yes or no? This is how we can come to know that the soil contains water. Okay. Then soil also contains air. Soil contains air and water. Okay. Now how can you say that the soil contains air? This one also I showed you an experiment. Yes or no? When you take some soil in the glass jar. Okay. When you take some soil in the glass jar and then you pour water, tiny bubbles comes out or not? The tiny bubbles comes out when you pour water into the soil. When you keep it in a jar, the soil, and when you pour the water, what does comes out? The tiny bubbles. Yes or no? These tiny bubbles are actually the air that is trapped between the soil. And when you pour water, it escapes. Okay, these tiny bubbles are actually the soil, and when you pour water in that soil, these tiny bubbles escape. Okay, and this is how we come to know that soil contains air. Understood? Then what are the uses of soil? How is this soil useful to us? Plants need soil to grow. Yes or no? Without soil, how would plant grow? Then plants take in air and minerals from the soil. Yes or no? To grow plant, what does plant need? The mineral and water that is present in the soil. Yes or no? Then farmer grow crops in the soil. Farmer makes the soil fertile by adding manure in the soil. Yes, farmer need to grow crops. Farmer needs soil to grow crops, and these farmers make the soil fertile by adding manure in the soil. Okay. Then soil is home to many insects. Soil is also home to many insects like earthworm, beetles, ant, then snail, rabbits, mouse, etc. These are some animals. Okay, these are some animals that live in the soil. Understood? So, this was all about the soil. Now, let us move towards the exercise of the chapter. I hope you understood. Now, let us begin with the exercises of the chapter. Okay? So, students, our first question is objective type questions. Okay? And the first question is fill in the blanks with the correct words. Fill in the blanks with the correct words. Okay? Number 1. Plants stay dash fixed or free to the soil with the help of their roots. You have to choose the correct answer from the bracket. Okay, there are two options given. You have to choose the correct one. Okay, number 1 is plants stay dash fixed free to the soil with the help of their roots. What will be the answer? The answer is fixed. F-I-X-E-D. Fixed. Plants stay fixed to the soil with the help of their roots. Okay. Then number 2. Soil provides dash water and nutrients to the plants. What does soil provides? Soil provides water and nutrients to the plant. The answer will be water and nutrients. Both W-A-T-E-R water and nutrients. N-U-T-R-I-E-N-T-S nutrients. Soil provides water and nutrients to the plants. Okay. Then number 3. Dash rock or humus make the soil fertile. What makes the soil fertile? Rock or humus? The answer is humus. H-U-M-U-S. Humus makes the soil fertile. Okay. Then number 4. Water in the soil forms gas, vapor when heated. Water in the soil forms gas, vapor when heated. When we heat soil, what does it forms? It forms vapor. V-A-P-O-U-R. Vapor. The correct answer is vapor. Okay. Water in the soil forms vapor when heated. Okay. Then number 5. Farmers grow crops in air, soil. What is the answer? The answer will be soil. S-O-I-L. Soil. Farmer grow crops in the soil. Okay. I will repeat once again. Fill in the blanks with the correct words. Number 1. Plants stay fixed to the soil with the help of their roots. Okay. Number 2. Soil provides water and nutrients to to the plants. Number 3, humus makes the soil fertile. Number 4, water in the soil forms vapor when heated. Number 5, farmers grow crops in the soil. Okay? So students, our next question is match the following. It is match the following. There are two columns, column A and column B. In column A, you have number 1, dead leaf. Number 2, clay. Number 3, manure. Number 4, earthworm. And in column B, number A is live in soil. Number B, form humus. C, makes the soil fertile. And D, find pieces of rocks. You have to match column A with column B. So the answer of number 1, dead leaf. Dead leaves, the answer is B, forms humus. Dead leaves form humus. 1B. Number 2, clay. The answer of number 2 is D, find pieces of rocks. 2D, clay, find pieces of rocks. It is 2D. Then number 3, manure. Number 3 is manure. The answer of number 3 is C, makes the soil fertile. Makes the soil fertile. 3C. And the answer of number 4, earthworm. It is A, lives in soil. Earthworm lives in soil. I will repeat my answer one again. Dead leaf forms humus. B, 1B. 2, clay. The answer is D, find pieces of rocks. 2D. Manure. 3, makes the soil fertile. That is 3C. Then number 4, earthworm. The answer of 4 is A, lives in the soil. Okay, the answers are written below. You can see and you can match them. Now students, our next question is very short answer questions. Okay, question number 1. Write 2 examples for each of the following. You have to write 2 examples for each of the following. Okay, number 1 is soil provides these 2 plants. What does soil provides to plant? Soil provides water and minerals. W-A-T-E-R, water and minerals. M-I-N-E-R-A-L-S, minerals. Soil provides water and minerals to the plants. Okay. Then number 2, color of the soil. Color of the soil. Red soil and black soil. R-E-D, red soil, S-O-I-L, and black soil, B-L-A-C-K, black, S-O-I-L, black soil. Okay. Number 3, things that soil contains. What does soil contains? Soil contains water and air. W-A-T-E-R, water and air. A-I-R, air. Number 4, animals that live in soil. Animals that live in soil. It is earthworm and beetles. E-A-R-T-H-W-O-R-M, earthworm. B-E-E-T-L-E-S, beetles. Okay, I will repeat my answers one again. Soil provides these 2 plants, that is water and minerals. Number 2, color of the soil. Red soil and black soil. Things that soil contains. Water and air. Animals that that live in soil? Earthworm and beetles. Okay? Then now comes question number 2. Write one word for the following. Write one word for the following. Number 1. Top layer of the earth where plants grow. What is the top layer of the earth where plants grow? It is soil. S-O-I-L. Soil. Okay? Number 2. Small parts of dead plants and animals found in soil. Small parts of dead plants and animals found in soil. What is the small parts of dead plants and animals that we find in the soil? It is humus. H-U-M-U-S. Humus. Okay? Then number 3. Humus provides this to the plant. What does humus provide the plant? It provides nutrients. N-U-T-R-I-E-N-T-S. Nutrients. Okay? Number 4. Farmers add this to make soil fertile. Farmers add this to make soil fertile. That is manure. M-A-N-U-R-E. Manure. Understood? I will repeat my answers once again. Write one word for the following. Question number 1. It is top layer of the earth where plants grow. It is soil. Number 2. Small parts of dead plants and animals found in soil. It is humus. Humus provides this to the plant. It is nutrients. Number 4. Farmers add this to make the soil fertile. That is manure. Okay? So now students, it is short answer questions. Okay? Question number 1. What is soil? Question number 1. It is what is soil? Answer. Soil is the top layer of the earth where plants grow. I repeat. Soil is the top layer of the earth where plants grow. Question number 2. What is humus made of? What is humus made of? Answer is humus is made up of the remains of dead plants and animals. Humus is made up of the remains of dead plants and animals. Okay? Question number 3. How does humus help the soil? How does humus help the soil? Humus holds the water and provides nutrients for the plants. Full stop. It makes the soil fertile. I repeat the answer again. Humus holds the water and provides nutrients for the plants. Full stop. It makes the soil fertile. Okay? Then question number 4. Name any 2 things that soil contains. Name any 2 things that soil contains. 2 things that soil contains are water and air. 2 things that soil contains are water and air. Okay? I will repeat the question and answer once again. What is soil? Question number 1. What is soil? The answer is soil is the top layer of the earth where plants grow. Soil is the top layer of the earth where plants grow. Question number 2. What is humus made of? What is humus made of? The answer is humus is made up of remains of dead plants and animals. Humus is made up of remains of dead plants and animals. Okay? Question number 3. How does humus help the soil? How does humus help the soil? Humus holds the water and provides nutrients for the plant. It makes the soil fertile. Humus holds the water and provides nutrients for the plants. Full stop. It makes the soil fertile. Question number 4. Name any two things that soil contains. Name any two things that soil contains. The answer is two things that soil contains are air and water. Two things that soil contains are air and water. Okay? So now students comes the long answer and questions. Long answer questions, okay? Our first question, question number 1. Describe how is soil formed. I repeat the question. Describe how is soil formed. The answer is soil is formed by the breaking of rocks. Soil is formed by the breaking down of rocks. The sun's heat, the rain and the wind help in the breaking of rocks. I repeat the answer. Soil is formed by the breaking down of rocks. The sun's heat, the rain and the wind help in the breaking of rocks. Okay? Then question number 2. How would you show that soil contains water? How would you show that soil contains water? The answer is when some garden soil is heated in a container covered with lid, drops of water are noticed on the inside of the lid. Full stop. This shows that soil contains water. I repeat the answer. When some garden soil is heated in a container covered with lid, drops of water are noticed on the inside of the lid. Full stop. This shows that soil contains water. I repeat once again. Question number 1. Describe how is soil formed. Answer. Soil is formed by the breaking down of rocks. The sun's heat, the rain and the wind help in the breaking of rocks. Question number 2. How would you show that soil contains water? How would you show that soil contains water? The answer is when some garden soil is heated in a container covered with lid, drops of water are noticed on the inside of the lid. Full stop. This shows that soil contains water. Now question number 3. How would you show that soil contains air? I repeat, how would you show that soil contains air? The answer is when water is poured over soil kept in a jar, air bubbles start forming due to escaping air from the space among soil particles. Full stop. This shows that soil contains air, trapped between its particles. Okay, the question is, how would you show that the soil contains water? I already told you. If you take some soil in a jar and when you pour water in it, small tiny bubbles comes out. Yes or no? And these bubbles are the air that is trapped among the spaces of the soil. Okay. I will repeat my question and answer again. Question number 3. How would you show that soil contains air? The answer is when water is poured over soil kept in a jar, air bubbles start forming due to escaping air from space among the soil particles. This shows that soil contains air trapped between its particles. Understood? Question number 4. Describe any two uses of soil. Describe any two uses of soil. The answer is two uses of soil are plants need soil to grow. Number 2, soil is home to many animals. I will repeat once again. Question number 3. How would you show that soil contains air? The answer is when water is poured over soil kept in a jar, air bubbles start forming due to escaping air from the space among soil particles. Full stop. This shows that soil contains air, trapped between its particles, between the soil particles. Okay? Question number 4. Describe any two uses of soil. The answer is two uses of soil are plants need soil to grow and soil is home to many animals. Okay? So, this is all. These are the question and answers of this chapter. You please note it down in your science book, in your science note copy. Okay? You note it down, these question and answers in your copy. I hope every one of you have made the science notebook. Yes? This is your chapter number 4, soil. Okay? And these are the question and answers. The fill in the blanks, match the following. Everything is there. You copy it down in your notebook. Okay? So students, till then, take care of yourself. Okay? And study well at home. I will see you in the next class.